There comes a time in every curly-haired person's life where nobody takes them seriously because of this. Right here, and before I do anything else, FTT Productions. It's not difficult. Go there now, watch his video called The Reveal. The Reveal. It's a very profound way of saying that. Because he's taken an Optimal Optimus and he's repainted it. Oh, he's repainted it to an ape face. He's done everything a person should do to an Optimal Optimus to make it look like an ape face. I've just watched this video tonight because I haven't been on YouTube because I've hurt my back. Don't talk to me about bad backs. Absolutely fantastic piece of work. I'm talking, of course, about Nick Hardy. Beautiful thing. Go and look. FTT Productions. It's not difficult. The Reveal. Watch it now. Subscribe. He's a genius. It's Friday night and it's beer night. Or rather, it's ale night. It's real ale night. Someone asked me about the distinction between beer and ale. It's erroneously often made between beer and ale. The distinction is actually between ale and lager. They're both types of beer, just one is brewed slightly differently. I had to look that up. So, can I just say, look at this. This is Series 7 of the Lego minifigures have come out. I've got all of Series 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Yeah, I need about half of 6 and 7 have started. Bought 2 today, both Black Knights. Both Black Knights. He's absolutely fantastic. Look at his eyes. He looks like he's having a really violent shit. And on the spirit of black things, I've got Black Lio Convoy to show you. Nemesis Convoy. Do you mind awfully if I call him Nemesis Convoy? What I actually want to talk about is, of course, Flash Lio Convoy because it says it up there somewhere. And I got this guy after buying Black Lio Convoy, Nemesis Convoy, if you will, please indulge me, at Auto Assembly last year. Is anybody else excited about Auto Assembly this year? It's only 4 months away. It's only 4 months away. Wow, I'm excited. Other people are excited. It's good. So, this was the Nemesis Convoy that I got. I'll just show you briefly. Because he is this guy. I've always wanted a convoy, a Lio Convoy, not a Beast Convoy because that's something else. So I always wanted a version of this guy. And I didn't get the original one. He's just, you know, the standard, he's a big white lion and he has, you transform him and he's kind of Optimus Prime colors, Convoy colors, the standard. But this was the first one I got and I was so pleased I did because this is easily the sexiest. This is easily the sexiest one. He's very nice. Just want to say, look, he's lovely. But the one I want to show you is this. So this is Flash Lio Convoy. And indeed, it sounds like a rather insidious instruction to a Lio Convoy to go into a park and expose himself. But that's not the case. It's a nice box. I got him after I got the Nemesis Convoy. Indulge me, please. I feel I'm being indulged, which I'm pleased about. And I loved that bot so much. Oh my god, I loved him so much. And so after that, I wanted to get all the other variants of that. And I thought, well, I'll get all the more obscure ones because I can get the regular Lio Convoy anytime. And indeed, that is the case. So, there's the box. As you can see, he is a Cybertron, also known as a Maximal and or Autobot, pick as you will. There's the back, look at that big G2 Megatron there, lovely. You've got one of those little planes. See, this is the thing about G2, and of course, this Beast Wars, Japanese Beast Wars Neo, you get a lot of these little planes and little insignificant things that just are so extremely dull. What have we got on the other side? There's the regular Lio Convoy. Who's that fucker up there? I actually don't know who he is. But let's get him out of the box. Very excited to get him. He's probably not quite as sexy as the Nemesis Lio Convoy, and indeed he isn't quite as sexy. But he's a little more interesting than the regular Lio Convoy, Lio Prime, whatever you want to call him. Because he is this odd, translucent, pearlescent white and gold plastic. Now, this isn't the kind of gold plastic that's going to eventually crumble and fall apart. Maybe the tail is made of that kind of plastic, I'm not sure. but he's essentially the same thing, just repainted with this. Oh, do you see he's got glitter all through him as well? There's glitter all through this gold part here. The rest of him is slightly pearlescent. It's an odd looking thing. I got a mint and seal box. He didn't cost an awful lot. He's the kind of thing that in about 10 years time you will pay an awful lot more for. Now he does of course have gimmicks in this mode. They're slightly unfortunate in that when you attach these missiles, they obviously look like they're just sitting, you know, attached, because they would go there, and they don't look exactly right. And when you deploy an additional little gimmick in this, then they fire out and they go across the room as they have just done. But suffice to say, what he does in this mode, he's not extremely posable at all, not nearly, not no how. But he's got this little gimmick where you press this down, this big grey button obviously, and oh no, what am I talking about? Silly me. You press the top of his main here, and they will deploy forward. Now, in deploying forward, they also deploy the missiles. Right, okay, as you can imagine, it's a pain in the ass. And then the additional missiles that he comes with will go in here. So you can have it so that the Lion oddly has all these missiles pointing forward, and let me see. So it does look a tiny bit odd because it doesn't make an awful lot of sense. I mean, why would this look good? It doesn't look particularly wonderful. It's fine, but it's not. I mean, it's nothing to write home about. I don't think these are meant to deploy, but because of the nature of this plastic, it always seems to happen. This plastic it's very, very light. It is quite brittle, but it's not, as I say, crumbly in the way that a lot of gold plastic traditionally is. He's got one other little gimmick here where you press this part of the main and his mouth will open a little bit. This guy sticks a little bit, I've noticed, but I don't mind. He sticks a little bit, but hey, I was going to say he's old, but he's not actually very old at all. He's just a little bit sticky. He's just a little bit sticky. Try that again. He doesn't really look like a Transformer because, well, sometimes the Japanese stuff just doesn't look like Transformers. What have we got underneath? We've got an awful lot of stuff that we shouldn't really see. Yeah, he doesn't really look like a Transformer. It's an odd size for a Transformer to begin with. It's an ultra size. The transformation is very, very simple. Well, I say very, very simple. Sorry, I'm eating my words shortly. There's an awful lot of this guy that is, you would imagine, is just about, you know, just stand him up, but it really isn't the case. I like the way his arms come out, and let me see if we can just. It has been a while since I transformed this guy. You've got to deploy some gimmicks in order to transform him before reinstalling them. That's the point. I'm going to take his head out now because you've got to do that. Anybody who has this guy, I would strongly recommend that you do a little bit of customizing because he does need a little bit of painting. You can obviously tell that a lot of the stuff that is gold on this, and I'll show you shortly, has been sprayed gold. So they all look kind of a little bit individual. But because of that, they also seem to be lacking a few details. There are a few details that I think always go a little awry in the paint apps of anything that requires large areas to be sprayed, and it is the case with this guy. We're almost there. It's not rocket surgery transforming this guy. It is a slightly odd affair, but that's the way you go. This is the only thing that grates on me, that bit of his tail there like that. Now, we're more or less done. Give him these knees. It is odd because the nature of the plastic in this guy means that everything is much looser. Everything moves a little freer, and that is a blessing and a curse. Because you imagine that this guy will get weaker much quicker with age. Now, essentially, this is Flash Lio Convoy transformed. And like a lot of Beast Wars stuff, like a lot of the Japanese Beast Wars stuff, The head is at one side and the tail is at the other. Now, it is only a small mercy that the actual jaw and head of this lion hasn't become its right arm, and a small mercy that his left arm isn't made up of the tail section. Shoulders, that's okay, we can live with that. Now, there are gimmicks, of course, in this mode. The gimmicks are odd. I'm glad they're there, but they're just a little bit, really, you know, that kind of way. Some of them work a lot better than others. This one's not too bad. You see, if we bring his paw forward like that, and then you can deploy this weapon, you just pull it forward like that. So you give him these kind of big Wolverine claws, which is nice. That's not bad. This is gold plastic, but again, it's not that gold plastic because it's not kind of shiny gold. It's not a sparkly gold, and it works really well. This is a good way to pose this guy if you've got the room. Unfortunately, I don't have the room because I have so many Transformers, and anybody who does have this many Transformers will know what I'm talking about. He likes to live in the box on top of the shelf over there. See, there are more Transformers over there and there, not just the ones behind me. He has, of course, got this wonderfully odd little gimmick. You see, you expose the main like this, and then this grey button, this is what it does. It makes that spin around, and why wouldn't it? Why wouldn't it? Absolutely. It's decidedly odd. You can also deploy the little gimmick here, which is the... you can have the missiles here, but oddly, the missiles only point out that way. You can't get them to... You can't train them forward, which is again, it is not even a little strange. It's quite strange. There are ports here also for the missiles in those little sections. You see these little flashy sections either side. You can put the missiles there, so you can at least have these ones pointing forward, and it looks fine. Yeah, I can get behind these, no problem. Any other little gimmicks here? No, not quite. There is, now I'll show you where the customizing has to happen. Quite often when you get this guy, you can see his head is sometimes gold, sometimes a little transparent. What you've got to do, you've got to take your gold paints and your silver paints to this guy and just finish him properly because he doesn't feel quite finished. You see this nice maximal symbol here? It was completely gold, and I thought I'm going to take my silver paints to it, which I did, and it looks a lot better for it, I think. Now, like all the other convoys, you open it up, and behind it you've got the maximal crystal there. And again, this entire thing was gold, and I've given it a silver paint scheme just to pick it out a wee bit. You can't see it massively, but maybe there. And that is a maximal rub symbol, I'm sure. I mean, what else would it be? It's a maximal rub symbol, of course it is. He is a really nice bot because he is so odd. The lion mode is odd because it doesn't really look like a Transformer. It looks like something other. It looks like a Transformers, but it doesn't look like it belongs in Transformers. That wonderful odd thing that a lot of the Japanese Transformers do. They look like they belong in a class all of their own. That is rightly called the Japanese Transformers. And again, this robot mode, while it is an Optimus Prime, is definitely a Japanese Optimus Prime. And like I say, you need to get some gold and silver paint and finish this guy properly because he just wasn't finished so well in the factory. He's got all this wonderful gold, sparkly gold stuff going on. This is really, really brittle. You don't want to break that. I'm not sure it's that brittle, really. Not the kind of brittle that's going to break easy. Now, one more little thing we can do here is, you see these little rocket launchers here. You can take them out. They come out very, very happily. Very, very happily, yes. And you insert the little missile here. I say little missile, it's rather huge, isn't it? It comes with 6 missiles, so indeed you have 2 extra. And that's a nice thing, isn't it? It's not too bad. You can put it in his hands so that he has then little guns. And why not? So you can give him, you can put missiles in here. Oh, that doesn't want to pop out. How does that pop out? Yeah, you can have missiles in here. You can have missiles in here, and you can also have these claws extended. So he does have a really considerable arsenal of weapons. He is a nice bot. He's a very, very odd bot. That's gone to the floor. And I'm very pleased I have eventually succumbed to Lio Convoys. Now, I have to get the original yet, but this guy comes... I would actually say I probably prefer him. I don't have the original, but it's still a very, very nice bot to have because he is a little unusual. I forgot they said the head turns, but it's of little consequence. Very, very nice bot. Odd. He's gold, he's silver, he's sparkly, he's got this pearlescent stuff going on. Get your paints out to him. He's a lovely thing. Pick him up at Auto Assembly 2012. I'll be looking for the original Lio Convoy, which is the only one in the series I don't yet have. Good. Ladies and gentlemen, good night.
Now that's what I call a robot in disguise. Thank you very much.